Hello everyone, this is Monique and I'm back with another project for Wild Orchid Crafts on behalf of their YouTube design team, the Wild Bunch. So many of you will remember that this is the plaque that I created with my YouTube username. I actually hang this sign on my door, and my next project I wanted to create a hanging sign on my door so that my husband knows what I'm filming or if I'm on Skype, that kind of thing. And I wanted it to coordinate with this sign. So let me move the sign out of the way and I'll show you my completed sign that I made for the doorknob. So this is the finished door hanging sign. I actually purchased the base from Walmart for $1. It's just a thin piece of wood. And what I did to create this base was I used some glue medium, and I glued some of the Tim Holtz tissue paper, the one with the newsprint or random definitions on it. And as I glued it, I kind of crunched it up a bit to create this texture, similar to what I did for this sign here. Once that was dry, I used a couple of different Lindy Stamp Gang sprays to create the brown background that you see. Then I added texture paste. All these black areas here are texture paste. Allowed that to dry, and then I pounced black paint over top, just acrylic paint. I also pounced a little bit around the edges here to give it a kind of an aged or burnt look almost. Once the paint was dry, I then used some pewter colored rub and buff over top of all the textured areas and also on the edges here. And finally what I did was I used some archival ink and one of my favorite flourish stamps. It's this one here, and it's actually called the Baroque. And I just stamped, you can see little bits of it. I wasn't worried about getting a nice clear picture, I just wanted a little bit of background. You can see some on this side as well. Once that was done, I added the lettering. This lettering is actually from the Tim Holtz Alpha Parts, and this one is the newsprint style. To color the letters, I just used some silver dauber paint on top and then covered it with a coat of glossy accents, which is difficult to see on film, but it adds a nice look to the top. And then finally I decorated it with a variety of my Wild Orchid Crafts products. So I started with a couple of skeleton leaves here. These are actually the dark brown, and you could probably see a little bit of shimmer there. I did spray them with a little bit of the Lindy Stamp Gang to get some glimmer there. Then I added this is like a Gardenia spray, and I've been playing around a lot with painting of flowers, so I used a variety of my distress inks and Lindy Stamp Gang sprays to get the different colors here. This here is a 1-inch wild rose, and I have a 6mm and a 5mm rosebud. And in the corner here you can see that I also have this is one of the clock charms from Wild Orchid Crafts as well. And up in this corner I have an open rose and also these are called Sweetheart Blossoms. And both of those were also colored with Lindy's Stamp Gang sprays. You can also see in here I have a variety of the different mulberry paper leaves. I have a variety of sizes that I used. I think I used 4 different sizes on this sign. On the back side, I've got the words on Skype, and I've got a small gardenia here with a 1-inch wild rose. I've got a couple of the 6mm closed rosebuds and a 5mm. And up in the corner here again I have a Sweetheart Blossom and an open rose. So that's my project. I hope you like it. I will, as usual, put a list of all of the products that I used down in the description box here. Please leave me a comment, let me know what you think, and don't forget to go check out the Wild Orchid Crafts channel. There's lots of other great projects that the other design team members are posting on that channel. Thanks for watching, and have a great night, guys.